Greetings, everyone, and welcome. This news story I have for you all is the long-awaited Part 3 to Flixnet. And if you are behind, please stop this video right now and get caught up. It is quite suspenseful. So, without further delay, if you like what you're about to hear, please drop a like on this video and share it all around. And with that out of the way, have a seat, come close, and I will tell you a tale like none that you have ever heard. I wasn't surprised when I pulled out the unlabeled disc. It was just like the first one. What I didn't expect was what we witnessed on the recording. I couldn't believe it. None of us could. I assumed there would be more hidden camera footage of us at home, but this time it was taped at the motel. My wife started screaming hysterically at the latest unexpected shock. That naturally triggered our kids to cry over her reaction. We gathered our things and left. At that point, I didn't trust any place to be free from their bugging devices, so we just went home. At least there we knew we were being watched. We could act accordingly. Back at our home, I tried to locate all of the hidden cameras by watching the first DVD again. Through still frame analysis of the camera's viewing angle, I could approximate where they had been placed in the room. I found 3 micro cameras and was about to smash them to smithereens when my wife reminded me that we'd need them as evidence. After watching the first disc all the way through, I was pretty sure I dismantled most of them, but I had no confidence that there wasn't a few others tucked away elsewhere. We sent the kids to bed and forced ourselves to finish reading the second disc. To our disbelief, the scene switched to my job. From at least 3 different vantage points, my wife and I watched as I tried to explain our surreal predicament to my coworker. Flixnet has somehow infiltrated my office. I didn't know how far their influence stretched. Maybe they were monitoring the local police station as well. I wasn't even sure if the FBI could help at that point. How far did it all go? We just kept falling further down the rabbit hole, and I wasn't sure if there was a bottom. I thought about messaging my coworker about the office breach, but I had no way of determining if they'd bugged my phone or his home. There was no way of knowing just how deep the Flixnet conspiracy went. I had to find some old-school, completely analog way of notifying him that we'd been observed before in our workplace. That night, I crept into the woods behind my house and used a flashlight to compose a brief written explanation of what I knew. Anyone else reading my rambling magic marker screed might have thought I'd escaped from an asylum. I probably would have to, but after his initial assessment about their website, I hoped he would believe me. Assuming Flixnet hadn't already removed their embedded cameras from my desk, I could show him those as proof. The next day, I drove into work groggy from sleeplessness and highly agitated. It wasn't every day that my family was swept into a sinister, hidden camera internet conspiracy. Once through the office doors, Josh was waiting on me by my desk. I could tell he wanted to tell me something. I assumed he had touched base with his tech buddies and had advice on what to do about my initial problem with the darknet underworld. I held up my hand to silently gesture that it wasn't safe to talk in that environment. He and I went outside to the back of the building and actually got into his vehicle. In the privacy of his car, he started to divulge what I assumed was the information he had learned, but I interrupted him again. In light of the new happenings to us, I wanted to update him about it first. You aren't going to believe this, but Flixnet even has our office bugged, I blurted out. I full-on expected some range of skepticism, but received absolutely none. There was no doubt in his eyes. I know, he said tensely. Apparently, I received a free trial offer to join their invasion of privacy service, since I logged onto the site to find out about them for you. In his hand he held one of their all-too-familiar, unlabeled DVDs. My wife is freaking out, he hissed angrily. They've cracked my password encryption and took over our home security cameras to make a nice, little unauthorized montage of our whole evening. I dismantled our entire home network, but I'm still not sure it's clean. No one should be able to bypass that sophisticated level of encryption. This is out of my league, dude. These guys are next level. You're on your own. I told Josh about the motel footage, and he didn't even seem surprised. At first, I took his apathy to mean that he believed it was logistically possible for them to cover all bases and bug every motel that we might flee to. Then he surmised why I was so bewildered. He explained that I wrongly assumed they had every nearby hotel room bugged. They wouldn't have to go to that trouble, he reassured. All they'd have to do was track your SIM card. They could follow it on GPS and track your location to the motel you picked. It wouldn't take but a couple minutes to slip in and plant a few cameras in the room while you were still registering at the front desk. I bet they tapped into the motel security camera or computer and saw the room number as the clerk rented it to you. I sat with a mouth agape at the unbelievable prospect. Why would a shadowy underground entity expend such a precision-level espionage toward my average little family? We aren't celebrities or important politicians. Why would anyone want to go to such extreme lengths to mess with our simple lives? It blew my mind, and I struggled to even be able to express those sentiments. Josh just shrugged in exasperation. I have no idea why, but now I'm on their radar too. Thanks, dude.